Decision making is a very important process in an organization, whether it is by a junior most manager or up to the level of a chief executive officer of a corporation or a big organization. Here, the skill of decision making depends upon various capabilities of a manager, where developing confidence on his own skill, building confidence on his own skill of decision making is a very important and salient feature that every manager has to develop. To develop this confidence, one has to go through several important factors to check up and to build extra skills. Everybody knows knowledge is power, but too much knowledge can take away your power. When solving problems, many leaders gather in abundance of information and could not in depth analyze to give them what they hope are the right answers. This can lead to analysis paralysis or to data driven but illogical answers. Often, the best answers are educated guesses informed by our past experiences coupled with new information and insight. Insight is a very requirement, a very great requirement for any manager in the decision making process. Don't put too much faith in information analysis alone, and do not disregard your decision making skills. Remember, always check your answers with your gut feelings before taking. Every manager has to find some time to analyze beyond these unnecessary meetings, interruptions, and inefficiency. Don't wait for the next emergency. Before taking another decision, you review your decision whether the review is proper or the decision making process is in tune to the scientific management or not. That is another capability that every leader has to develop. Analyze your calendar. Look back at the last month, which meetings were truly needed, and advance your goals, which are not necessary, is a waste of time to attend several meetings. Ask for a feedback. Our worst time wasting activities are often invisible to us. Ask direct reports and peers to identify tasks that you could do less often or stop altogether. There are certain things where a manager can take a decision to stop altogether. And all these things have to be managed with a minimum time. We should strive to be a good manager or a mentor, but feel you do not have the time to do it well. If you think that a leadership decision making process along with the job of a mentor, think twice that you have the time and capability. Don't get trapped into the thinking that leadership is an extra commitment on top of your day job. How you lead, not how much, is what counts. Here are three ways of maximize your management in minimum time. Number one, turn dead time into development time. Look for every small stretch in your day when you could be talking to someone and convert each into a coaching opportunity. Walking out of a meeting, use those 2 minutes to give your direct report feedback on the presentation. Show up in people's workspaces. Once per day, get up and walk over to the desk of someone you have not spoken to them recently. Take 2 minutes to ask him or her what she is working or what he is working on. Make two contacts per day at least. Every day, a meanwhile, two people meet with that day and after feed forward employees who know that you are trying to develop their skills will stay engaged. Let them realize, let the employees, let your peers and managers and subordinates, everybody realize that you are trying to improve their skills in order to increase their productivity as an individual and the productivity of the company as a whole. Because we are living in a demanding and distracting world, being productive can sometimes feel like an impossible feat. There are several things to be taken care of. Keep one to do list. Include everything you want to need to do in one place. Writing it down helps get it off your mind and leaves you free to focus on the task at hand. Do the most important things first. That prioritization is a very important thing in the decision making process. Too many things, if you club and keep it in your clumsy brain, it's very difficult to take a right decision at the right moment. Before you leave work in the evening, decide what one thing you need to accomplish the next day. Do it first thing in the morning when you are likely to have the most energy and fewest distractions. Schedule time for non urgent things. The discretion, that delineation capacity every manager should have to differentiate which is urgent and which is not urgent. It is easy to get caught up in the pressing issues of the day. Block off time in your calendar to do things that would otherwise get squeezed out, like writing, thinking creatively, or building relationships. Allocate from the calendar available on your table for these creative purposes, because everything is necessary for decision making process by a leader. You must prove a dynamic leader, and also a dynamic leader with the capacity and skill of taking a dynamic decision, a right decision at right time, at right place. The cost of indecision will be more than a wrong decision. So, first of all, every leader, every manager is a leader, starting from the junior level to the top, must first develop confidence in his skill. He has to evaluate in his own way what skills have to be upgraded, what are the extra skills he has to learn from the experience of the others. That is what is more important. Whenever you are interacting with the more experienced people with you, through interaction itself, you can gain a lot of knowledge from the memoirs of them and the past experience of these great people who have faced several situations in their managerial life. So, once again, I say developing confidence in your own skill of decision making process will lead you, will make you a good leader to take good decisions and a good path and good time. Thank you very much.